situations lead to only one thing, ladies and gentlemen, that we are learning. Why do you come to Toastmasters? They're two people who arrive for the first time. Right? And they both said they're here because they heard about Toastmasters. They could have been at a bar and asked the Toastmaster himself, how do you mix drinks? They decided about public communication, so they landed up here. It's not a bad journey to be in. This is more intoxicating sometimes than the gin and vodka being served around Park Street today. Okay? That's what I feel. I'm the bad guy around here. And the only other person who matches my badness is the lady at the back, Archita. Misra, she's a weekly member, she's going to enroll you in. That's why I wanted her around. Okay. Now, so, when you come here with a purpose, ladies and gentlemen. All those new members on my right hand side who stood up proudly and said where I heard from, and my friend introduced me and my parents told me about Toastmasters, and while I was very young I wanted to be like Barack Obama, so I came to come to the Toastmasters Club. I mentioned that because of the American consulate. Okay? If this would have been the British consulate, I would have talked about Margaret Thatcher. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we're coming back. I'm paid to do this. They don't pay me in money, but Archita ji pays me by peanuts. She believes in doing that. Monkeys get peanuts. Thank you, Archita ji. Okay, now that all of you are here, and that all of you are most probably thinking, you're going to be here for 1.5 hours on a Friday evening. Doing what? The purpose is to understand what goes on here. Walk out from here with some memories and expect that to last till next Friday. That's the purpose of this organization setup, and that's the purpose of Toastmasters International, based out of wherever it is. I'm not mentioning, go find out today. That's also a learning. What happens in this journey of Toastmasters is that you start by giving your project 1, then you come to your project 2, and then to a project 3, and then you keep giving speeches till you become a competent communicator after doing 10 speeches, and then you reach that status of a distinguished Toastmaster after you delivered a hefty lot of speeches. But through the journey, either you got to be a rocket yourself, or you got to be a good missile with the ignition coming in from somebody who's called the mentor. That's what the mentor is all about. So my question to you, ladies and gentlemen, is that all of you are here with a defined purpose? Or, I was speaking to Priyanka just before the meeting began, and she was talking about one particular project which she thinks is going to be very difficult. Could be. So, what are the options that she has? 1, concentrate on the project, try her level best, and deliver. 2nd, concentrate on the project, develop herself, have a sounding board, and then deliver. What do you think is a better way of doing it?
The latter.
Second.
Thank you. When you do the latter, 2 things happen. First, you develop the confidence of somebody having told you, this could have been slightly better. Or maybe you know what, while you deliver this particular part, change your poise and you'll make more impact. Second, because you're already delivering it so many times, that old English adage comes into play. Practice makes perfect. Mentoring is not torture. Mentoring is not what it used to be in the antediluvian archaic ages, where you were told to stand on one leg, fold your hands and saying, God, make me speak well. And you stood throughout in the sunlight saying, God, make me speak well. Luckily for us in Toastmasters, they don't allow that. Physical torture is not allowed. Otherwise, I have a mentee who's actually pushing me through that. He's a mentee. He meets me in the office and says, we can do it once again. And I tell my friend, we're like, got to go home. Yeah, it's okay. You will drive home. I got to take a bus. We'll do it once again. Why did I mention? The spirit drives the man. And we know this. And in this case, the spirit means the spirit of the man and not what he drinks. Please understand that when we talk about mentoring, we are not talking about me dictating, you noting, and then vomiting. That's not the way it's done. When I talk about mentoring, I am talking about exchanges. I am talking about interactions. I am talking about a way forward which is designed by interaction of 2 human beings. You have a thought, the mentor, because of his seniority or because of his position of communication, in the world of communication? Is there a better position to be a sounding board in saying the guidance can come from me, the delivery will come from you, and together as a team we'll make an impact? That is the power of mentoring. Mentoring. The moment we say mentoring is the same method that a blacksmith applies to hot iron. He hammers. And by hammering, the iron is not hurt. The iron defines itself in a beautiful shape, which the world looks at and appreciates. How many people then remember the blacksmith? They look at that iron, for that matter, if I have many women sitting here, gold, and they look at the beauty of the metal and saying, wow, that's very nice that you're wearing. But the goldsmith or the blacksmith is forgotten into the oblivion. Remember that all of us sitting here, every one of us, whether he's on the podium right now or occupying one of the chairs around the room, is malleable. You are malleable. And hence, give somebody that opportunity of making you that masterpiece. Don't always go by the belief that that person is going to be a wonderful sculptor. No, not necessary. It also depends on the work that he is doing. The tensile strength of the metal or the fragility of the stone matters when the sculptor gets at work. So you have to be so much more devoted and dedicated in the substance that you bring along. And then place yourself in the hands of the mentor that you are assigned to or that you choose. Work together to take things forward so that the end delivery matters. And then you shall be in the spotlight, not your mentor. So look forward to that wonderful journey. I say wonderful because I know it's tough. And I know that it can be really, really tiring sometimes. But look forward to it. Because the end result, while you sit in the spotlight or you facing the arc lights, gets you into the superstar exalted status. That's what you are looking for. And that's what you strive when you start your journey of mentorship. And for the mentors, trust me, the mentees are not minuscule, tiny, bubbly slaves. They are not supposed to be hammered day in and day out and saying, only this is what needs to be done. Let them speak. They have a voice. Let them come forth with ideas. Let them be effervescent. And let them take things forward in a manner where they can come together with your thought, with your guidance, with your guide to deliver nothing but the best. That shall be your crowning glory, Mr. Mentor. When he or she wins, you win along. But mentor him to the extent that, like somebody said while he was on stage, that he shall define his name, but your names will be edged along with him in history because you will be responsible for making him what he or she becomes. That is mentoring. What I like to do right now is that there are some senior Toastmasters sitting here, there are some people who are starting their journey. I'd like to have some quick questions from you about what you've done in your journey as a mentor and as what you're learning as a mentee. By sharing these thoughts with each other, we'll be able to bring